Sorry for the noise. To kind of explain this a little further, um, what we're doing is, as you see, nothing's touching, and that's what we want to keep. So just like the time videos, this is very easily just spinnable. There's no force required to kind of get that going. And once you get it going, the easier it is to get it going faster and faster. And as you see, there's nothing special about this. I did add some kind of brackets here just to kind of keep it centered. This weight is off-centered. I've been testing stability, and that's more just to kind of keep that, even if this is offset, it'll stay stable. These each get fed out, each coil, and I still have to wrap some more and add some more windings to these. And then to get it to where I want, I still have a lot of room to add and increase the size of it. Every other coil you can, on the inside, you can kind of swap it. So these will always be your positive, these will always be your negative, even though every other coil is getting a different one. Like, because the way the magnets do this, when it passes, let's say the south, let's say north is going this way, and then on the next one north is going this way, it's going to change. It's in one right now, but as it goes to the next one, this one's going to start getting the new one, and they're going to alternate back and forth. But once we get to that point, I'm going to put resistors on the end of these to balance it, make sure that it doesn't go over a certain amount. This allows us to connect them all around and then combine them. So from this, we've seen the 1 volt, so a total of 8 volts. But then if I can get it up to 1.5, that's 12 volts. I'm also going to do some little tests while we're doing this to see what affects certain things, like iron powder. If I add iron powder to the magnets, will that increase the amount of output or no? Or little things that may increase output. I want to kind of try some physical testing to see what effects each thing has. After we combine all these, one, I want to test the total output to see versus using one of these little micromotors. This really is very easy to spin. So I want to see if I can get one of these to do it. And if it does it need to stay on the entire time? Can I turn it on for 10 seconds, turn it off for 10 seconds? And will it still give me the stuff? And what I'm doing is just kind of going through different variations of stuff. Now once combined, and I gotta redo this, I needed another slot. It's gonna have one wrapping air, one wrapping air, one wrapping. And this will slide between that, which is a ferrite core. And on the other side, I'm going to attach these two to it, which will create a current, but I'll have way more windings in those than this, but it won't affect resistance in here. So by doing this, it's kind of using a bunch of tricks, but we're creating an alternating current. We don't have much resistance. And then we want to see how far we can magnify it. Maybe for an emergency situation, this is very easy to learn, to kind of get a grasp of how electricity is made. It's just a spinning bar. All you need is magnets and some magnet wire. The goal would be, I don't know, maybe to put these at rest areas. And if you can get enough to where it can charge electric vehicles, you can have these just everywhere, like rest areas along the highway, where while you stop, you can spin them real quick while you're inside. And as you see, it wouldn't be really anything to put them up. So it's just testing and seeing what is possible. Sometimes we have to go back to basics and first principles just to test things. There are issues with how much stability. If I extend these, I'll get way more stability. I was just trying to see how little. And as you see, as it extended here, it helps just kind of stabilize it, even if I mess with it a lot. See the point? And as I'm adding stuff, I have to kind of readjust. I don't have everything screwed down yet, so things kind of move about. So here, this. The biggest problem I have is with the back one because it's kind of loose. I need to tighten that up. But once you get it about right and centered, it usually just goes fine and you have no problems, and it'll just kind of go on its own. And it takes no force. So for having an emergency situation, it could be good. It's like always having a permanent 9-volt battery, or 12-volt battery, depending on how high I can get it. And then if I can magnify it even more, well, then you can charge a car, or charge an electric vehicle, or numerous other things. So for right now, it's just kind of seeing what is possible with these kind of unique variations and kind of setups. And for anybody at home that could use these or want to make them, feel free. The designs are all posted. So I will keep adding and get the rest of this stuff, and then once this is all done, I will be releasing some other stuff that goes along with this. I'm just trying to get through this first. I will post back as soon as I get the rest of this finished. And then the other part is, there is another part to this that will go on top and sit and kind of, I gotta get it right, but yeah. And then after that, we're gonna do the tests, some more tests, see how high we can get the output, see if we need to make the coils bigger. And then from there, we'll get to the transformer, which I gotta print a new one of these because I need that extra ring. This is the transformer is a little bit more difficult, and the process is a little bit more intense, but I'll get into that. Another thing is, if anybody wants to try these things, I would not start very large. And when you're doing this, consider setups. And let's see. I got a mess, I'm sorry. This is a bigger magnet. Now this would support way more weight. When you flip it and spin it like this, it's going to make its own resistance. So if you spin it like this, it won't, but this won't generate a current either. So by adding individuals and alternating them, you kind of resolve both problems without adding the resistance to it. And through this, kind of learning through physical experiments gives you kind of a better understanding of knowing the difference and how easy some of this stuff is. It's not as complicated as we all like to make it. So I'll keep posting and we'll see what we can get with this.